Hello guys and welcome to this lecture. So in this lecture we're gonna see how to open and close the files in Python. Before jumping into the concept, let me just create a new file. So go to File, click New, and you'll get a list like File, Python file, HTML files. From the list, click on File and you have to name it. In my case, I'm gonna name it as my file.txt. So don't forget the extension, which is .txt, because we're going to use those kind of files for our example. So we have created a new file with an extension .txt. Now moving on to our Python file. So let's see how to open files. So I'm going to assign a variable name so you can keep this as a folder. So keep in mind that this file one acts as a folder. Now we have to open the file from the folder. How will you open? So to open, first we need to locate the file. Since my file is over here, I'm going to name it directly, which is my file.txt, and next I have to specify the mode. So there are several kinds of mode like read, write, append. So from the list I'm gonna read it. So let me just comment on something. Initially, inside the bracket or inside the parenthesis, I've given the directory which is used to specify the location. So this specifies the location of the file, and now moving on to the next, which is the mode. So what this mode does is it asks the user whether to read the file or write. So there are several modes like read, write, append, or read and write. So these are some of the modes that Python use to modify the files. Now these are the two important arguments of this open. Now we'll see how to close. So closing is simple, which is just call variable name, which is file1, and dot and close, followed by these parentheses that you have to give. Now this is one way of opening and closing the file. So when you're using this kind, or when you're using this way, you have to definitely close the file when you open it. Now moving on to the second way, which is with open. So bring in the brackets. So in this case I'm going to open my file.txt, comma, let the mode be write, as I'm gonna name it as file1, followed by a colon, and you'll print your statements over here. So in this case there's no need to close your file over here, whereas in this case you have to close your file. So I have typed this line over here. So these are the two methods for opening a file. So in the upcoming lecture we'll see how to read data from a file, how to add data to a file. So we'll see all those in the upcoming lectures. That's it for this lecture. Thank you.